Alright guys, today is my first time magnet fishing and I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. Alright guys, Papa Pepper, as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to go magnet fishing for the first time today. So if you've been on YouTube for a while or watched videos on YouTube, you probably see that sometimes, selected videos come up for you and they might be people magnet fishing, which is pretty much you get a really strong magnet, you tie it on a rope and you chuck it out in the lake and then you just kind of drag along the bottom and see what you can find. Now already down by the local lake, I've found things like this rusted up 110 Conibear. It's a type of trap. I could probably still set it and use it if I wanted to, but to me, hang that on one of my old buildings or one of my wooden buildings, it's gonna have some nice decor, some ambiance, some, just kind of a whole feel and a vibe to it. So pulled that out of the lake. And then also, I found this down there too. And both of these were actually just when I was, going down catching snakes and turtles and stuff. So pretty nice fishing pole actually. It's missing one eyelet here. But other than that, it's good. I haven't seen if it still works. But it really seems pretty cool. So the cool thing about where we go is the lake there is actually an old city. So some of it's completely underwater, some of it's not. There's a bridge that part of the year is out. For my birthday, under a month ago, it was pretty high up, but there's been some rain since then, and the bridge is almost actually coming back underwater. So what I want to do is get out there on that bridge and throw a magnet off there. So I ordered this just the other day, and I got a 260 pound one. The reason I went with a 260 was, one, it was more cost effective, and I saw some guys with a 500 pounder and they got it stuck on a metal beam and they needed to use their vehicle to pull it off. So I'm like, man, I don't want to get in a situation like that because there's a lot of places down there I probably can't use my vehicle. So I got some paracord to go with it, which 100 feet worth. So that'll give me some opportunity to throw it out and still have it go down a depth. But we're going to give it a try today. And like I said, so first of all, it's an old town. Second of all, a lot of people go fishing off of that bridge. So, if you get your fishing pole even set up and cast it out and all of a sudden a carp or a catfish or a gar grabs it, sometimes the fishing poles go over. I've had that happen to me before. And you drop things, sometimes other stuff. And as far as I know, I've never seen anyone magnet fishing over there. It's a small town, the one next to it. So not a lot of people potentially even doing that. I've certainly never seen it, but looking forward to it. So I'm gonna get this set up, and we'll head on out to the lake and see what we can find. Hopefully we can find some stuff even cooler than this stuff, or just as cool. That's cool, one of those magnet fishing noob mistakes, but I just set it down on the truck, right? And I'm like, whoa, that's actually pretty good. So I think on smaller items, that'll definitely work out very well. I've got to pick it up from the side to get to peel off here, but of course with the eye hook in there, it'll be directly in the center, so it should have a pretty good grip. Yeah, I can almost tear the packaging apart that way. Oh man, let's see if I can do that quick. So this is a good test in case there's a truck down there. Will I be able to lift it? Oh, yeah, I will eventually. Cool. I don't want to put this too close to the camera, but that's my little guy. We're going to give it a try. And if things work out and it does pretty cool and there's bigger things down there that I'm not able to get up, I can always get bigger ones too. So we'll give it a try. First time magnet fishing. Ah!
So all you gotta do is you gotta go like that. The bowline is actually pretty easy knot, but it really never comes undone. And you go like that. Back your rabbit comes up the hole. So that's not gonna really let loose. That right there. It doesn't look as strong as yours, but that's actually a very sturdy knot.
All right. Alright guys, Papa Pepper, we just got down to the lake. As I said, the water is a little higher than previously. looks really nice though. I mean, this stuff down here is crystal clear, which is rare. There's sometimes in the spring when the water is actually warm enough to get in. I would love to, you know, snorkel in this stuff right now. It's so beautiful and so clear. But we're on this old bridge in this old town. Man, a lot higher water than previously. Absolutely beautiful down there though. So we're gonna get started with this magnet fishing. I had a Boy Scout tie my knot for me, just to make sure. I had the local Boy Scout available. I was talking to him anyway. I said, hey, before I head out to the lake, tie a knot for me. He said it was like a bowling knot or something. I don't know. I was never in Boy Scouts, but I definitely don't remember them bowling. And even if they did go bowling, I don't remember them using knots to go bowling, but I don't know. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Alright, go back. Just drop it.
Drop it.
Alright guys, here comes the first cast, which is always the one, right? We'll see what happens. Oh wow, you're right. Seems like some metal in these little rocks. Interesting, we'll see what we get. What do we got? A whole lot of nothing. Just magnetite spray.
I think they're good passengers.
Stay back from the rope. Guys, this is really cool right now. I just found a turtle. So I noticed that the kind of mess down here in the dirt. Let's see. Which is right about here on the camera. And then if you look right off the tip of my finger, there's actually a head peeking out. Trying to figure out if I can actually check it out or not. So you can see kind of, let's see, an entry point over here, and then up over there is the head.
I see that.
I think it's a snapping turtle.
Can I drop this down and see if it'll...
I think it's a snapping turtle. Well, I'm gonna see if I can get it. Just trying to think of how. Kind of whatever you think is. We got our first something. Doesn't look too special. We got it.
What's the dip in the middle?
Tin can. Maybe from like corn or something that they would have used for carp bait. Let me put that in our bucket. All right, we got something. Still got to work on that turtle though. So a couple things we've learned so far. Number one is this magnet, I think it was like a $15 magnet. It says 260 pounds, but it's not very strong. We actually latched onto that tin can and took a couple times to even pull it out of the mud, which is not what I'm looking for. Definitely want something with a lot more force, a lot more attraction. But here, way back down this line, I'm actually on something. So I'm probably going to mark the place and hopefully get a bigger magnet. But there's something there, but it's like, it's big. I mean, yeah, this is the magnet is stuck to it. And then I pull it and you can feel it kind of grind across there. So it's not just snagging on a branch or something. There's something right out here. So I guess it's back to the old online store and order a more powerful magnet. We'll still try this a little bit more. See if I'm surprised I haven't picked up like a fishing hook or, you know, a shell casing from some ammunition or something, but we'll see. We did get our tin can, so that's something, and I'm still not giving up on that, not giving up on the turtle. I got it marked, and we're gonna see if we can't figure it out. See if we can at least scoop it up and check it out. So we'll see. I gotta mark this spot. So of course, part of why I like coming out and exploring is you never know what you're gonna find, but not everything you find is good. Like for instance, we were just thrown over here, but found two things that are almost, well, they're a little disturbing. Number one is a bunch of blood. Now, like I said, people do fish out here, and also, unfortunately, people dump animal bodies from hunting out here. So that's quite a bit of blood, but then Monster Truck found a 22 shell right next to it. It's not a casing, so it's stuck in there. Stick the magnet to there. I guess not, huh? That's what, lead and something else. See if I can pick it out of my hand. Nope. Okay, well maybe that's one reason we're not getting any bullet casings. But I don't know.
What's that noise?
Blood anyway. So we're gonna see if we can figure out this turtle, and then maybe we'll get a better spot or a better magnet. So we went to the local supply center and got this guy. I'm thinking if I can lash my net onto here. It's pretty tough all the way in. I'll give myself as much as I can. Who's got the net? I'm thinking if I can lash one of these nets onto here, I may be able to scoop that thing up. We'll see. We'll see if it works. So I honestly don't know if this will be long enough or if it'll work, but you gotta try sometimes. So we're gonna give it a go here. you there. You go go over the top. No. Hold on a second.
It's tiny. It's a pretty tiny one.
Ooh, barely fit in that net.
So tiny though. Did you see its neck?
So that was kind of cool, guys. That was not what I was expecting to find magnet fishing. And wow, it just barely fit in that little net we had, actually. So guys, that's exactly what I thought that was, just a little snapping turtle. And the net I had was, you know, this big. And I figured if I had it at the right angle, maybe I'd get him. And sure enough, hey, settle down. Sure enough, I was able to. So we'll let him go, but he was down there moving around. He just buried himself. Look at those necks. Don't you love that, guys? That is crazy. I mean, the capability of that guy to reach that far back, just incredible, amazing. Favorite creatures right here. But yeah. Maybe we didn't get him magnet fishing, but we got him wall magnet fishing, so pretty cool. Definitely an interesting guy. And, you know, makes the day a little more fun. Just like on my birthday when I came down here and saw that red-eared slider. So, we'll put him back here in a second. Alright, so, first time magnet fishing. We did get this can, and it did take some for that magnet to pull it out, but I think what that was that there's not a lot of metal here, and it was just full of junk. So when we had it stuck on some rebar of the actual bridge, it held on a lot better. So that's what we're dealing with. I think whatever was out there that I was getting it stuck on, it's probably just some big old piece of, you know, thin metal. I don't know if it's an old filing cabinet or what, but it wasn't able to pull it in. So maybe we do got a good magnet after all. And then Red Pepper even got a stick, so it just happened to get snagged on there. She thought it was some real interesting, cool piece of metal, but it's wood. So we did get something. Wasn't quite as cool as we thought it was going to be, but you know, when we find one of these, it does make it a little more interesting. So, did you guys have fun magnet fishing anyway?
Yeah.
So we'll do it again some other time. Hopefully we can find a better place, and we'll see what we can find. Pop out.
As always, I'm Papa Pepper, and I'd like to remind you, don't post for free. If you'd like to be part of a revolution in social media, an economic power to the people where users can actually blog for cryptocurrency, then I'd recommend that you check out Steemit.com and join the revolution. Papa out.